Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So LSU's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guys. Opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
False start offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Passes takes him still on his feet. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out in the air. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down.
Here we go.
The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Rushes on him, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Got his man downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Dogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, running back gets the gift. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense early in drives, getting amount of yardage, keeps you ahead of the chains.
He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Pulls it in. It's Breeze. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. The 30, at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Snags it over the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. On the ground, it's Harvin. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And the Tigers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, looking to pass. Got his man in the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. LSU right back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Breeze. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Breeze. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Punch it out of the air. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to take off. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The holder will put it down at midfield, a 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. And it's no good. He missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able...
Off to the races to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Breeze. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. DB's right up on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down. It's caught. There he goes. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. Got enough space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Pittsburgh was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in the Steel City over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hauls it in. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's open on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go, using the quick game. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Motion from the wideout. He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the point after is good.
Georgia, 35, LSU, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Georgia sent out the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. No fair catches here, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. He'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to throw again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Defense in press coverage. Handoff to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The hand to the running back. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way. And we
got all the room. Can they catch him? A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Trying to bully their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after...
Touchdown, Tiger! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. You still letting us throw the football. It was the defense's job to stop you.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. LSU quick to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Breeze. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play to pad the stats. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man,